Hello everybody. I know I haven't done a video in a very long time and I can give a bunch of excuses, but it really doesn't matter. I'm doing this video to pretty much review Trance, a movie written and directed by Danny Boyle that stars James McAvoy, Rosario, Dawson, and Vincent Cassel. I'm recording this in my what used to be a music room but now is just a junk room with a bunch of shit in it, so I tried to position the camera where you can't really see anything except drums. So, to start off the movie, I know it's been a long time since I've reviewed anything, and I've watched a ton of movies since my last review. I don't even remember what it was. But I've just had a lot of shit on my mind, and a lot of stuff, floating around, so I haven't really did a video, which it's extremely simple with an iPhone and direct to YouTube. But Trance is definitely a movie that has piqued my interest to share and eventually suggest to people. What I feel about Trance is it's Danny Boyle's answer to Christopher Nolan's Inception. At first you think it's just a heist film, and then it goes deeper into what the hell is going on. There's the hypnosis and Rosario Dawson naked and, James McAvoy being awesome, and it's really hard. Let me throw out the plot for you. James McAvoy stars as a auctioneer to an art auction, and he steals a painting. A very, very famous painting. And Vincent Cassel's his partner in crime, but he loses his memory of what he did with the painting, and the whole movie is him trying to figure out where he put it, as he got amnesia during the heist. And it's a really hard movie to describe because the way it's filmed and the way it progresses, it is so confusing. I mean, it is really confusing. I mean, it goes straight forward. The marketing for the film is very vague, and when you start watching the film towards the halfway mark, you kind of think everything's going normal. It's just a movie, simple plot, simple characters, and then just completely over-arcs the character design. You don't know who is who. It's that Inception idea of where you're in a dream and you kind of lose track of which dream you're in, and then there's this alternate reality that's going on, and then there's flashbacks and forward filming, and you don't know what time is the present time, and you're really confused. And I know when you're watching this and I'm describing it, it doesn't look like it's an entertaining movie, but this is one of those Memento-style things where you're completely entertained, you're, content with being confused until the ending. I can't give anything away because it's too fucking confusing to actually spoil it for you, so you don't have to worry about ruining this for somebody unless you have an hour-long discussion on it. It is a fantastic film, though. I wouldn't give it a 5 out of 5 because it is an abstract way of doing sort of a heist romance movie. The editing and the cinematography is fucking fantastic. Danny Boyle and his team, very nicely done. Extremely good lighting, the colors, how the camera is extremely close to James McAvoy's face through the entire film, and he's a really good facial actor. And Rosario Dawson, completely nude. She's got a full frontal scene. She's got actually a few of them. She's got a nice body. I think this is her first nude in a film. Although it would have been neat if another actress was in the role. I looked on IMDb and there was a few other people who were up for the role, but I don't like Rosario Dawson. Her face is really horizontal. I mean, she's got huge Cameron Diaz lips and like big eyes, and I'm not saying she's ugly, just not my type of attractive. The supporting cast of Vincent Cassel is fantastic. He's one of the best French actors that I care to look at, care to watch. He's got a very good accent, but he plays a a far-fetched character than what he's usually portrayed as. At the beginning of the film, you think he's a bad guy because he's, orchestrating this torture on James McAvoy. And then it kind of turns into this really confusing brother situation, but they're not brothers. They're, strangers. And then at the end, it's just this weird triangle of just romance and confusing dialogue. It's really hard to pay attention to. If you're one of the moviegoers that like watching Michael Bay shit and you love just explosions and linear plot points and just completely, hour and a half into a film, you don't even have to think much. This isn't a movie for you. So I want you to get as far away from this film as possible if you can't remember points in the earlier parts of the movie, you can't retain knowledge or clues or hints given to you throughout dialogue, foreshadowing, flashbacks or whatever. And if you are a fan of that, then yes, this is a very Inception type movie. There should be a genre for this stuff, but I don't know of one. It's a very good movie, though. I wouldn't give it a 5 out of 5. I'd give it a 4 out of 5. I recommend this highly. If you're a James McAvoy fan, his acting is on key. I really want to watch, what's the other one? Oh, I can't remember. There's a lot of movies with him in it that are just nice. Filth. That's the other one I want to watch. There's not much more I can say about the movie. It's really hard to describe, like I said. A plot synopsis on a website's not really going to do the best thing for you. I suggest just to jump in the movie. It's an adventure. I mean, there's parts of the movie when you're like, what is going on? You have to press start to even figure out, to take a breath because you're on the edge of your seat. It's not an exhilarating film. It's not going to keep your interest the whole time. It is kind of boring. There's a lot of parts in the film where it's really slow to try and get your attention on the little itty-bitty details. And it's a romantic film. In an odd way, it's a romance story. It's just really effed up. So that is my suggestion, and hopefully I want to do these movies. I was on a podcast for a while, the Sticky Floor podcast. We're still on Twitter, but I'm not connected to it anymore. To be honest, we kind of fell apart. Personal things and crises in life kind of threw us away from each other, and as far as I know, we're just taking a break momentarily, but if you want to listen to our past episodes, they're still funny and they're still relevant because we give suggestions for good movies, and we give excellent pitches for maybe future sequels or remakes to films. And if you want to go to them, it's the stickyfloorpodcast.blogspot.com. And definitely follow me on Twitter at the Pause Menu, and check out my Instagram. I got over 3,000 images of video games, movies, all kinds of different news and images and screenshots and all kinds of cool shit. Follow me on Instagram at it's at Darthura, Darthurra. And so that's enough plugging for me. Hopefully, if I have the initiative, I'll start doing more of these videos. I'm not looking for, tons of views, because no one really gives a shit. There's not a lot of production value in this. I put a camera up on a thing, record myself talk, whatever. But I do give good suggestions, and I try to do the most trustworthy, honest opinions on films. I'm not really biased. So if you have any suggestions you want me to watch, or reviews that I've probably already seen, just ask, comment. I know I'm getting comments and likes every day, and it's nice. It's appreciated if I can talk. But so I'm kind of nervous doing my first video in a while, not hiding behind a guitar or something. So yeah, see you later, guys.